Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's edition of Profit in Your PJs. I'm on a camp, and we do this every Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. Pacific time. I see you guys tuning in from all over the place, and I love how we can come together in our pajamas in the morning. Some of us, I saw some of you talking right as we got started here, a couple of you were taking it literally and actually are in your pajamas this morning. But I love this time together. This is when we get to do a little bit of training and get tips and tricks and nuggets. And today's lineup for the training is going to be absolutely amazing. So I have some quick announcements. I want to get into those first and then move into the training for today. So I'm going to share my screen, and you can see here our logo. We start with every single morning, profiting in our PJs. I love that. And it's my goal to free people from corporate America. It's my goal to help anyone who wants to fire their boss and live a life that's extraordinary but not ordinary. So really quickly, we are all running right now for our trip to Nassau. This is a picture of the Malia Hotel. It is absolutely beautiful. I know so many of you guys are running right now. I'm watching the trip volume really escalate. And I just want to commend everybody for your efforts. It is going to be so incredibly worth it. And I want to tell those of you that feel like it's just such a stretch and, oh my gosh, I'm not there yet. You can do it, especially right now in this last week of the month. Today is October 23rd. We still have a week left this month to get double trip volume. And these are some of the ways that you can earn the trip volume. You can refer to your back office. I don't need to go through all of these this morning for you. Most of you know, because I know if you're on here, you're taking your business seriously. You are an entrepreneur. You want this trip, and there's lots of ways to get it. So the two on the bottom in red, Age IQ upgrades, don't forget about that for October. That's new this month. Also, the shot of adrenaline is new. And in addition to that, I didn't put it up here, but of course we have double volume for bringing in brand partners if you bring in 2 or more. So these are great ways to really add a lot of volume this month. Get real, guys. If you haven't already gotten your ticket, get it. You will hear me talking about this every single week. April 25th. 26th, 27th in Nashville. It is going to be an amazing trip. And don't forget to post in Destination Success, because remember, we are drawing a winner for a free airline ticket. So that is really going to reduce the cost of this trip for you. So get your ticket, put this target on the calendar, and definitely have a goal, not only just for yourself, but how many people on your team are going to make it. This is the biggest event of the year, and you don't want to miss it. While we're talking about events, I do want to highlight this one, Miriam Leadership Academy, the last one of the year, November 9th and 10th. It is going to be an amazing training with Damon Rourke and Bo Short. And then, of course, the next day is the super regional because we'll have Bo Short there, and I'm actually doing the training as well. Just a decision that was recently made, so I hope you guys know how important it is. Leaders travel to knowledge. When I got started in this business, I remember hearing that there was a guy training. He was in Denver. I was broke, and I actually flew to Denver for a regional because I heard that this guy was one of the best trainers in our company. And I tell you, I have never stopped training since I got started, and that has served me well. So I hope you guys take it seriously. Get to Dallas and LA. Even if you are not in Dallas, get there. And of course, I will be there, and I will be there also on Saturday to do the regional training. I also want to congratulate Karen Kuntz this week for being the winner of the free giveaway every single week on our Destination Success page. Karen, great job. I love this, the bowling. Big brothers, big sisters. A lot of our markets have stopped doing this bowling event every year, but I just kudos to this group. What a great fundraiser in the inland Northwest area. Over 40 participants. So this post was amazing, and definitely shows the camaraderie and what we're doing in Miriam and what we're all about, giving back two big brothers, big sisters. Lastly, before we get into the training, I just want to put this front and center in your brain. This is a big deal, guys. We have the ability to get 7,500 in trip volume this month. And so this shot of adrenaline is a big deal. So we know that we have had the bonus trip volume for the booster promotion. The booster promotion is for getting 2 brand partners or more in your business this month, doubling that volume. And that's a big one. But shot of adrenaline is for anyone who wants to run after customers. And this actually was put into place last week, but it's retroactive. So anything that you've done in October already counts toward this shot of adrenaline promotion. So you can get lots of extra trip volume, up to 3,000 in customer volume. And on the bottom left-hand or bottom right-hand corner, you can see if you went after that shot of adrenaline, there's 3,000 there. Auto delivery volume for customers, there's a lot of volume. This all adds up to 7,500 in volume. Now, some of you are going to run for all of this, but I just am going to tell you right now, run for some of it. Get as much of this as you can, because this will absolutely catch you up. If you felt like you hadn't quite gotten there yet, this will catch you up to getting on point for the trip. If you're just getting started in the business today, you can earn this trip. So don't let all these numbers confuse you. If you want it, reach out, reach up. Those of us leaders that are here, we want to help you get this. If you think you can, you can. Okay, you are right. So stay focused on the activity. It's the activity that's really going to get you to this trip with all of us. We have until the end of the year. So I want to bring on somebody that is going to take over the training from here. And this is a person that I absolutely adore. This is somebody that I have watched grow as an extraordinary leader. This is somebody that is brilliant when it comes to what we're talking about next here. And the topic for today is reports. The company has unbelievable reporting center in our back office available for each and every one of us to take advantage of. And so I do want to say that if you're new on today's Profit in Your PJs, I don't want you to become overwhelmed by this, because your leaders are running reports for you and on your behalf. We are here to help you. We are definitely here to do that and to kind of give you what you need to be able to say, listen, if you just get one more customer, you're going to get your product for free, or whatever it is that we see that you can get to help keep you on point. But there's a lot of us on here that are leaders, and as we grow a team, it's important to know on the 23rd, really this starts on the 22nd, and Libby's going to talk about that, what we are looking to do. So please grab a pen, grab a paper, and write this down, because you're going to want these tips for every single month on the 23rd. So I set a reminder in my phone on the 22nd, I check my volume, and then on the 23rd, I know what kind of volume I need, and I'm watching a lot of people on my team to see what they need in the last 7 days of the month. So Libby, I know you're on here. If you could unmute yourself and jump on, it is all yours. Take it away. 4-star National Marketing Director, Libby Saunders. So Libby, are you there?
I'm here. Good morning. Oh my gosh. I love this topic, you guys, because I feel like the more information we have, the better we can run our business. If you had a traditional business, right, you would track sales, you would track trends. You'd really want to have a good idea of what was happening in your business now and what had been happening in months prior, so you can anticipate what's coming as well. So part of what we do in Miriam is track, right? We track. Anna has this great system for tracking our activity with Destination Success. And the reason you really need to write this down is because the 23rd is a monthly date that is really important in this business, because it's the date that all the auto deliveries have run for the month. So we have exactly 1 week left to take a good snapshot on the 23rd and then decide the best way to drive our businesses as we close the month. So we're going to talk about how to do that, but you're probably and hopefully going to practice it today, but then you won't be doing it again for another month from now, which is why you really, really, really need to grab a pen and write it down. You probably won't remember on November 23rd what I am saying today. So the thing that I love about having this information from the reports is that it drives me to action, right? It gives me action steps to know what to do for my own business, for my team's business. And so one thing that's really simple that everyone can do, and if you've got a paper planner, you can do it there. If you've got another way that you keep track of things on a monthly basis for your business, do it there. But write down your group qualifying volume on the 22nd. Before you go to bed, make a habit of writing it down. I usually write it down and put a big circle around it. And then when you wake up in the morning on the 23rd, it's like Christmas because more orders have run while you've slept. And then you know the difference between, we call that your bump, your kind of auto delivery bump. And so you write down your volume the morning of the 23rd. So then each month going forward, you can track what that bump looks like, and you'll have an idea of what to expect before it even happens, right? It'll give you kind of a snapshot of how that's trending, whatnot. So that's the first thing I want you to do. We're going to talk through some reports. There's a whole bunch of reports that corporate has put in our back office, so we're not going to talk about all of them, but I'm going to show you where they are while I share my screen with you. So hold on just a second. All right. Can everybody see that? I hope so. So if you go to my business, and this is actually a team member of mine who's been gracious enough to let me use her back office today, which I really appreciate. Let's make sure that you guys can all see me. Oh, good. Thank you, Lori Bell. So you're going to go to My Business here, and then in the drop-down menu, you choose Report Center. That's how I get to this awesome page here. All these reports here on the left are the ones that corporate has preloaded for us, which is really amazing. And I think these are things that we did not have years ago when we started with Miriam. The one that I think is important for all of us to know is this PC ADO tracker. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up in this back office so you can take a look at it. When you click on the report, it's going to load it. We hope. There we go. What's awesome about the Report Center is that you can sort these reports by any of these headings just by clicking on them. So the most important one, I think, on the 23rd is this order status. So I always sort this PCA DO tracker by the order status. Usually I click it twice, so it'll load. And actually, this looks just great. So what's awesome is it's got all of these different designations here for preferred customer orders, and they all mean something different. And if you forget, they've done a really great job. If you toggle over order status, it's going to explain to you what they are. So if you've got customers, you need to know how to run this report. This first one, Melissa McDonald, says canceled, which means Melissa canceled that order herself. It's really good information to have because it gives you an opportunity to connect with Melissa and find out, did she have too much product? Does she want to try something different? You know, it just gives you the information that her order didn't not process it. She actually stopped it. So another really helpful one is this credit card declined status. So you'll see down here, there's also an order that has a just straight declined. The declined one means they run it twice, it declined both times, and they're not going to run it again. So if Emily wants her order, you're going to need to call her and get a different credit card for her so that if she wants her order to process, she's got the ability to have it run this month. These four that say credit card declined, those are actually credit cards that have run once and will get run one more time. So you want to just keep an eye on them for a couple of days. And if they turn into a declined status, then you can call that customer and sort through a new payment method so their order can process. Paid, these are all orders that paid today. So these are all 23rd orders. And then once they shipped, it changes the status to shipped. So it's just a breadth of information for you. It allows you to communicate with your customers in a way that makes sense, right? I just love the ease of doing this. So I think that is an important one for everyone. If you've got a team of brand partners, you can also use this My Team report, which is awesome. I love this report actually for trip volume because you can sort by trip volume, which is super fabulous. Just like this. So you can, if you click it twice, it's going to sort from the most to the least. So you can see what's going on. The other really important thing is you can also sort by active legs to make sure that those brand partners on your team that have 3 active legs actually have them all activated. So there's lots of different ways that you can play around with, how to utilize these. They also have added recently the CCV column, which I love. I used to have to create my own report that way. If you don't know about CCV, I'm going to have you write it down. Each month, CCV stands for Customer Commissionable Volume, and it is either paid out in 10, 15, or 25%, depending on how much CCV you have. It closes on the last Wednesday of the month. Lucky for us, in October, the last Wednesday of the month is 31st, so we actually have the whole month to capitalize on our customer commissionable volume. And we've got these great promos for customers, so it's a win-win. Anyway, the thresholds for those different percentages are 401. So if you have between 200 and 400, you get 10%. Between 401 and 1,000, you get 15%. And if you have 1,001 or more, you get 25%, which is a really big raise. So on the 23rd, it's good to take a look. And so if we look at this report, you can see Sherry has 989, right? So she's really close to having over 1,000. And she probably doesn't have any idea that that's the case. A lot of times that's true. I find when I call brand partners, especially new brand partners, it's just something that, they don't even know to pay attention to. So it allows you to communicate with your team and say, hey, Sherry, you have done so great this month, right? But you are really close to having, a 10% bump in your customer commissionable volume, which for a lot of people, is around $100 or more. And help her understand what she needs to do to up that. If you're wondering how we move this number, there's a product price list in our marketing center, and it gives you the CCV number for each product. So, if you sell one more, eye patches, that'll put you over the limit. If you need help with it, reach out to your upline and we can help make sure that you've got that covered. Okay, so the other one that's important if you have a team of people is a BP ADO tracker. I just make sure that your brand partners had their ADO shipped because, credit cards are credit cards. And so you can sort that this very same way. You don't need to sort by auto delivery volume necessarily, although you want to make sure they have at least 80 or more so that they have a qualifying order. Because some people, like this person down here, has 30, which is fine if they don't want to get paid. But if they want to get paid, it has to be 80 or more. You can also make sure that, it's not declined because you can sort these just like you sort the customer orders. Well, here we go. Here, let me do it the other way. So there are a few who have declined, and then there are 5 that have credit card declined. So you just want to make sure that all your brand partners have their orders processed as well. Another one to check for your team is the 3-year free tracker. We know for a fact that if people are running their business for virtually free because they're not paying for their own order every month, that they can, that the likelihood that they're going to stay in the business and build their business is much greater. So for 3-year free, actually, hold on. I looked at this last night. Oh yeah, qualified PCs this month. So what we're most interested in actually is not anybody on this page. You want to keep going to the next page until you find the people who only have 2, right? If you have a brand partner that has 2 preferred customers, you want to do everything in your power to help them get at least 1 more so that, you know, they have a credit on their order going forward. This is a pretty big report, so it's thinking. But as you can see, if you sort by qualified PCs this month in the 3-year free tracker, then it's going to sort, you can click it twice so it sorts from greatest to least, and then we'll see if we can get you to where you can see some people that just have 2. Anyway, it allows you to communicate with your team the same way, right? If they sometimes they know and sometimes they don't know. And sometimes they need to feel like they have somebody who's going to come alongside them and help them figure out how to get the customer. So it's really, if you've got a team and you're working with your team, it's usually more than just, hey, you only have 2 preferred customers, you only need 1 more. It's how can I work with you to help you get another customer this month? Let's talk through your list of people. Who do you need to follow up with? Those sorts of questions, so that you're really partnering with your team to help them move the needle. And then you're teaching them to do that with their team, which is exactly what we want to do. We want to build and develop leadership in our company. Those are the main reports I want to talk to you about today. We could probably spend a good hour on going through all this, but I want to go back actually to the leader dashboard and show you some of the, oh, you know what, hold on. I'm going to go back to the report center and show you the Age IQ promo report, which is right here, Age IQ PC promotion. So this is going to show you all the customers in your customer base that are eligible for the Age IQ PC promotion. So that means in their next order, they're getting those cute little trial size bottles of Age IQ night and day. I think it is a really great idea to call them or text them or both to let them know it's coming, to tell them how excited you are that they have the opportunity to upgrade their order and get a free Illuma Boost, which usually what I'm doing then is also sending them a before and after of Illuma Boost so they can see exactly the magic that happens with that product. And it allows you to kind of touch base with them, maybe send them a video or before and after picture, and keep following up with them throughout this month to see if they want to upgrade. I can't think of any reason why people wouldn't really, because it's like a free, it's kind of like another free 30-day trial for them, plus they get a free product. So these are the only people who are eligible for that. And corporate's done a brilliant job of creating a report for us so we know exactly who they are. Likewise, if we go back to our leader dashboard and we scroll down here to destination success, I'm going to hide that. This is honestly so amazing. So this shows how many customers you had last month. It also shows how many active PCs you have so far this month. So this person, and if you click on these numbers, guys, it shows you who they are and how much volume they created. So those were the last month orders. Here under active PCs this month, it actually shows you who is new. So this person has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new people that are eligible to count for, she already has that many. Now, she only has 20 so far this month, and she had 21 in September. So every new, like if she gets 7 new customers continuing, you know, from now until the end of October, then all of those are going to count. And then she's going to start seeing this ADV from PCs above the baseline grow with each one, because she's already got some new people on this new report. So once she hits 20, once this number turns to 22, she's going to start accruing volume here to hit that promotion. So I just love that they have made this really easy for us. You just have to know where to find the information. And I can't stress enough how important it is. I'm going to actually stop sharing my screen for a minute. How important it is to practice using these reports, practice communicating with your team, and really set aside the 23rd each month as a day to do this, right? We spend a lot of activity the whole month doing, reaching out with people, following up with people, doing 3-way calls, those sorts of things. But the 23rd is really an opportunity for you to move the needle in a different way because of all of this information we have. And I want to encourage you to do that, because for me, it reminds me that as much fun as Nerium is, because it really is a lot of fun, it also is a business. And so there's a portion of this reports thing that I think I've really locked into, because it helps me feel like I'm a business person, right? Not just somebody who has fun with their work all the time, which I do, but it gives me those action steps to carry out the month, and I'm hoping that it will do the same for you. So we have just a couple of minutes. I don't know, Anna, if you want me to open it up for questions or not, but I have loved being with you this morning, and hope that that's been really helpful. It was
Libby, awesome job. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. We do have a couple of minutes, and we can open for questions. If somebody has a question, just unmute yourself and go ahead. Quiet.
I'm going to show them one more thing really quick, Anna. I'm going to share my screen again and go back to the leader dashboard.
I have a question really quickly.
Oh, you do? Good. Great. Go ahead.
Yes.
Just because I am trying to get my girlfriend on board as well. She works at a nail salon.
Yeah.
And so then what would be the best appropriate action to have a party at the nail salon? Or how would you usually handle that, corresponding to just your normal at-home parties?
Oh, it's really not all that different, which I really love. So I think it would be fine if she's interested in doing that. She could invite clients and set it up. Probably it would be best to have somebody that's an expert come and join you, so that, but aside from that, it's really not that much different than being in a house. You're just at a venue, which is wonderful. And she's got a whole client base to draw from, which is great.
Cool.
May I ask a compensation question?
Sure.
Okay, so you get paid 25% on what after 1001?
Oh, good question. So your CCV. So if you look here, this is this leader dashboard that I'm using. On your leader dashboard, it has this volume box. And down here at the bottom, it says CCV. If this number is over 1001 or over, then your commission is 25% on that.
On what? On everything?
That's a good question. It's on your customer reorders. So it's not on new customers. It's on customers that have ordered previously and are continuing to order.
So I'm supposed to get paid 26% on everything else as a director once you reach director. Is that correct?
This is actually for everyone, this customer commissionable volume. So it's 25% if you have 1,001 or more for that number. And if you have more questions, you're more than welcome to reach out to one of us. And
yeah, actually, Libby, I trained on all of that last week, and it's on, the video is up on my YouTube channel, which is on.
I'll look at it again. Thank you, Anna.
You bet, Tammy.
All right. Am I sharing my screen with you still or no?
No, we're seeing you.
I'm going to show you one last little tiny thing, and then we can hop off for the day. Hold on. I got to get my computer to cooperate with me here. Okay. I've got all kinds of awesome stuff on my desktop today. So anyway, once you have this information, if you have a big group of people, and really I think just something you should know about is this team communicator, which is this cute little orange envelope over here. And if you click that, and then you click this little 2 square, it allows you to send emails based on whatever email they have registered in the back office, but you can even send it to preferred customers. So if you click here and you click preferred customer, you could sort it by all different things, but then you can write an email and then send it out from this cute little team communicator. So it's another thing to practice with, and another way to communicate, although I think it's always best to call or text, probably better than email usually.
Yeah, that's awesome, Libby. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. I mean, I really think that not only tracking your business and tracking your activity, but also looking at your reports and really seeing where you are so that you can make sure that you don't miss anything, like whether it's orders that are possibly being declined or pending, customers that really want their orders. The idea is to look out for the customers, to look out for the brand partners, and to know really where you are. And I love that because this is a business, an incredible, viable means of distribution worldwide for world-class products. And so I'm going to share my screen lastly and just kind of end us out here for the day. But Libby, thank you so much. You've created such value for everyone I know on here, and I just so appreciate you. So let me share real quick. This is something that someone shared with me recently, a dear friend, and I want to make this front and center in our minds. And this is so true. You will continue to suffer if you have an emotional reaction to everything that is said to you. And by the way, this includes when someone tells you no. True power is sitting back and observing things with logic. True power is restraint. If words control you, that means everyone else can control you too. Breathe and allow things to pass. And remember, a no is not a no is just a not right now. So with that said, everybody have a super great day. That ends today's edition of Profit in Your PJs. I am recording. This will be up on my YouTube channel, which is Anna Camp. If you have not subscribed, go there and subscribe now so that you get the notifications for every training every week. So long, everybody. Make it a great day today. And remember, in all that you do, show up and be fabulous. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Anna.
Bye, Anna.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Libby.
Thanks, Anna.
Thank you, Anna.